It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you, now.
Hey conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks. We're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You see my kid?
Welcome to SRN Saturday Night from Brownsburg, Indiana. It's Bethesda Christian. The Patriots at 8-1. They're hosting the Blue Devils of Tipton. They come in at 9-2. Tonight's game brought to you in part by IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences. Begin your journey today. By the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Burtner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation, we do it all. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, serving our customers and the community since 1955. Troy Dergowski along with Coach Myers. Welcome to Brownsburg. As I said last night, the good-looking one is here. The other guy is to my right. Great to have you with us. And yeah, it's SRN Saturday Night Basketball here from Brownsburg. I'll tell you what, should be a great matchup. These two teams are really playing well.
And, you know, it's our kickoff of the new season because this is our first Saturday night game.
It is.
SRN Saturday Night, we're glad that you join us. Don't worry about the playoff games. I'm sure we'll keep you posted on the playoff games. But this matchup, two power teams in 2A that will make 1A, that will, well, Bethesda in 1A, Tipton in 2A, but Bethesda will make some noise in 1A. You're watching a good team. They're ranked 5 in the IndianaSRN poll, and you know how important that poll is.
I do. Well, I've got plenty to say about that poll, too.
Well, let's move on.
Well, you mentioned already that we'll talk about the Patriots coming up in a couple of moments. Let's talk about this Blue Devil basketball team. They're averaging nearly 67 points per game. They've lost just 2 games. They lost on the road at Maconaquah back on December the 13th. That was a 21-point loss. And then they lose to Western on December the 28th. That was during a holiday tournament, 56-48. Other than that, they haven't had a whole lot of close games this year.
No, at 9-2, and you know, you look at that Western loss, and that Western Ball Club's a pretty good ball club. So you look at the quality of wins and the losses they have. Cliff Hawkins has been with them for 4 years, 55-28. Finally got his system together. 4 years. That means he's had a senior class walk through. That means he's had a freshman class from front to finish, which is very important. I know when I coach, after my 5th year, I felt pretty confident that the kids understood what my program was all about. He's got little league programs going, so he's got a pretty good system. We're going to see a pretty good ball club tonight.
All right, they have a very talented trio that we're going to see here tonight. Nolan Swan averaging 17.5 points per game. He shoots 47% from three-point range. There he is right there, number 11. They also have number 3, Grady Carpenter. He averages 17.3 points per game. He's a 50% shooter overall. And then you throw in Jackson Money, who's only averaging nearly 13 points per game. I would love to have 3 guys scoring in double figures like that.
I just like to have one. But you're right. And not all 3 guys are going to have bad nights. So if one guy has a bad night, maybe you pick up the other 2 picks up. And we saw that last night with the Heritage Christian game. COVID had a great game, but he had a couple guys that made some crucial baskets at the end of the game that made him even be an outstanding player. And then you look on the other side, Kevin Christian struggled. Flat had a great game, but no one else really kind of picked up the spot. With this Tipton ball game, everybody knows, and they know next man up. It should be a pretty good contest, but it's going to be fun watching those 3 kids play.
The other thing about this Tipton basketball team, before we take a break and talk about Bethesda Christian, is they average 10.5 steals per game. Mm-hmm. So they're going to get out and guard, they're going to be in the passing lanes, and they're going to put a lot of pressure on your offense.
And you walk right into one of my goals. They need to get at least 5 steals tonight. And then pick up the also loose 50-50 balls, and then they got to protect the rim, because this ball club, Bethesda Ball Club, playing here at this home, they don't lose many games here.
Yeah,
and it is a fun place to play. As you can hear the band rocking and rolling, and even our camera guy is dancing, so that they're pretty good.
They certainly are. We'll talk more about this Blue Devil basketball team as we go throughout the night. When we come back on SRN Saturday night, we'll talk about the Patriots of Bethesda Christian. They come into this one at 8-1.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners, because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Back again here at Brownsburg, SRN Saturday night. Great to have you with us. And the Patriots, as we mentioned, at 8-1. And you're looking at me like you got something to say.
I do, because tonight is alumni night, so they're going to feature all the teams who've graduated, or the student body who has graduated from Bethesda. So that's why this place is rocking. I thought it was because you were here, but it's because it's alumni night.
Yeah, I think half the crowd's here for me and half is for the alumni.
Okay, gotcha.
So we can even that out a little bit.
I'm good with that.
By the way, the Patriots at 8-1, we mentioned their only loss came back on December the 17th, and we have seen Westfield, so you can understand how you could go to Westfield and lose to that ball club 50-36. Other than that, they've had a couple of overtime wins this year. They're fresh off a win over Faith Christian on the road back on January the 6th. And in fact, just last night, I say back on January 6th. But they win last night on the road to get this Tipton teamer tonight. But they're playing really good basketball right now.
Yeah, and don't count out that Faith Christian ball club that, you beat Faith Christian. Last year, they were semifinalists in their sectional. So a good ball club. One of the things I like about Bethesda, they have strengthened their schedule a lot in the last couple of years, and things are on the move, and a lot of that is the Malagan young man and the Douglas kid. They are the cornerstone of this ball club.
Yeah, Sam Malagan averaging at 17.5 points per game, and then Luke Douglas at 9.5. But I'll tell you what, they both shoot the ball extremely well. Sam Malagan is averaging this year just the 17.5, but he's also shooting at 54% overall and 45% from three-point range. And then you look at Luke Douglas, a young man who's averaging, as we said, at 9.5 points per game, but he's also shooting at 47% from three-point range. We might see that ball going up behind the arc quite a bit here tonight.
You know, the last time we saw this ball club was last year in the sectional finals, and Irvington Prep just played a really, really good ball game. Indy Metro played a really good ball club. But this ball club's ready to go, and I think they're going to be ready to control the tempo, because one of the goals they have to do is they have to control the tempo. They need to hit big shots, but they also need to play within themselves, and not, if they fall behind, not to worry about it, because this crowd will lift them up.
By the way, this Blue Devil basketball team, though, they shoot a little bit better as a team. They're at 47% overall, and they're 47% from three-point range. On the other side for the Patriots, they're shooting at only 44% and 37% from three-point range. So that could be a factor tonight. Rebounding could be a factor as well. Tipton at 25.4, and then you look at the rebounding totals for Bethesda, they're at 19.6. So that could be an interesting turnaround here tonight to see which team could end up shooting much better, and rebounding could be a big key as well.
And the other thing is the last 2 years, Tipton has won this series 2-0. You look at the rankings, Bethesda is 91st overall in 1A, third in 1A and 91st overall. So you got a top 100 team coming in, because Tipton is 83rd overall and 11 in 2A. So you look at the matchup here, and we got a top 100 ball team, and that's pretty impressive for our first SRN Saturday night game.
Yeah, you saw Sam Malagan a little bit ago. And
how do you like the red, white, and blue? The red and
it's very nice. It almost looks like Indiana down from the waist down, right? I mean, you got the candy stripe pants, and
it's the second night I've seen candy stripe pants. I saw Chittard wear candy stripe pants. Can we go away from this game for a second?
Sure.
Last night I saw the most interesting concept I've ever seen in my life. I watched the Guerin Catholic Chittard game on replay today. The manager of Guerin Catholic had a purple suit, purple shirt, and a bright gold tie. I told Debbie that's what I want for Christmas, and she said, "You're not going to get one of those." I thought I would look good in that.
Yeah, I think you would.
In fact, I think we need to get our new SRN logo. With our new SRN logo, we should get blue suits with the orange tie.
I agree.
That would look good.
And maybe that little logo up
with
there in
the
the
little hat
corner.
Yeah, you know, Chuck is here tonight. Walked in, he goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know the logo's different." Okay.
Yeah, Happy New Year, right?
Yeah, I guess it is. I told him he needs to make that a heart during Valentine's Day.
I think it should. We're right around the corner.
I guess so.
By the way, the three officials making their way, and we know the one official in the middle. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I think we know who he is.
I think we do. A couple things here. The tempo is going to be very interesting tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're glad that we're here.
By the way, this broadcast copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the expressed written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. And don't forget, like college players, you cannot use our NIL either. We've got a strict rule against using that at any time throughout the broadcast.
Also, I'd like to remind you, at the end of the game, we'll have the Piper Logistics Player of the Game. We'll announce that for you. So, and Chuck gets a vote tonight. So, we'll have 3 people voting for it.
Very good.
And I'm sure Justin will want to vote too. So we'll get him on the thing.
We could get him in there if we can get it back quickly right after the game. But right now, we'll stick with the 3 of us.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You see the Tipton Blue Devils right there, and tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back. get the starting lineups and the tip-off coming up next. It's SRN Saturday night.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here at Bethesda Christian, let's go to our public address announcer for the starting lineups in tonight's matchup.
Oh, cool.
So there you have the starters for tonight. Tipton will go with Conway, Carpenter, Swan, Spidell, and Money. It'll be Isaac Malagan, Douglas, Sam Malagan, Stuckey, and Chapman.
You know, there's something about when you turn off the lights, you get the spotlight going. I mean, if you don't have goosebumps every night that happens, something is definitely wrong with you, because that is high school basketball 101.
You know, when we were going to high school, if they shut the lights off, they'd stay off for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So they got an
the
advantage.
Mercury, yeah, the Mercury lights didn't work very well, did they?
Here we go. Tipton in the blue, as you would expect, being the Blue Devils, and the Patriots in their home whites. It'll be Tipton basketball. That is Carpenter, averaging over 17 points per game. The band playing, and I think they're going to make the band stop, though, and they were playing the fight song right there. Now, you can get away with that in the NBA, but they don't let you do it in high school.
Well, it took him about 16 seconds to realize, hey, the band's playing. And the coach, I think the coach is saying, I can't talk because the band's playing. But that's, you know what? It's good. I mean, they stopped. Okay, let's go.
Yep, let's do it. Blue Devils basketball. They're looking for their 10th win in 12 games on the season. That is Carpenter with a left-hand drive. Nice pass underneath. Layup good. Spidell. It's 2-0 Blue Devils. That's a great pass that time by Carpenter.
No one picked him up. Man-to-man defense for Tipton.
Going to see a lot of outside shooting for this Patriot basketball team. They've got some guys, as we said in the pregame, that can really light things up. Douglas able to give it up now to Isaac Malagan. Very patient in the half court. You see the Blue Devils in their man-to-man, and that's going to be a traveling call. Good call against Sam Malagan. First turnover of the ball game.
I want to say real quick, Andy Ferguson, the athletic director, and the whole entire administration staff at Bethesda has opened up the door for us. We're so excited. This is one of 9 games that we have on the network with them, and we're so excited with the new partnership with Bethesda. Thank you so much, Andy, and the whole entire staff.
Boy, as good as they are, they're going to make a deep run in the tournament as that shot's missed from the left wing. Will head back the other way. Contact underneath, and let's see who they're going to get. It's going to be a blocking call against the Blue Devils, and they'll take it out underneath. I'm going to take another look at it right here. Great drive.
Yeah, he's moving. Fouls on 11. Good call.
Swan picks up his first. Chapman was the offensive player. Here's a shot from the right side, missed by Sam Malagan. Here come the Blue Devils. They will run the floor. Pull-up jumper on the way, rims in and out, as Jackson Money can't get it to go. Patriots wasting no time getting the ball back in the half court. Wide open is Chapman, and he hits the three.
If that's what Chapman's going to be all night, that's going to be deadly.
Averaging at 6.8 points per game, he gets the first three.
And how quickly they swung the ball. That's important.
Yeah, both teams really good ball movement. Here is Carpenter from 3 straight away, missed it. Rebound Isaac Malagan.
Look how fast they go up the floor, Troy.
Yeah, wasting no time. There's contact off the glass, no good. Sam Malagan can't get it to fall. And Blue Devils, they quickly get it back into the half court. Out front, this is Conway. The drive, basket good. Maverick Conway. You got to love the first name Maverick.
You think his mom and dad watch Top Gun?
If not, I'm sure they will now. Here's Douglas. Backdoor cut, layup, good. Nice run to the basket, Sam Malagan.
And Sam was calling that right when he got to the baseline. He is waving his arm. He wanted the ball.
So Sam averaging at 17.5 points per game, and you know why he's shooting at 54%. Bethesda, here's a downtown three. That's going to be missed by Swan. And here come the Patriots once again. Good look at Isaac Malagan as we're under the 5-minute mark here in this opening quarter. Neither team has gone to the bench yet.
We're just going to slow this down, and we're going to run our offense.
Turnover number 2 now on Bethesda, and we've got a blocking foul the other way. I think they got Chapman. We're going to take another look at that last bucket by Malagan. We'll get an opportunity.
Here we go. I mean, that is a great pass.
You know, a lot of times that happens just by eye contact. You look at the guy, and you're just going to go. You don't even hesitate. Let him make the play. Baseline jumper is off the side of the backboard as Jackson Money couldn't get it to go. Patriots back again in the half court, and they'll set it up from there. Still a 1-point lead here in the opening quarter. Good look there at Chapman. In the corner now to Isaac Malagan. Well, I tell you what, nice fake on the give and go, and the bucket good by Chapman, and he'll go to the line for 1.
And how about the scream afterwards?
Well, they really do a nice job getting to the basket. By the way, in the ball game now, Gavin Hare. He picked up the foul there for Tipton, the 6'2 junior. And how about Jamison Chapman? 6 points here in the opening quarter.
He's got 6 of the 8.
Yeah, and averaging, as we said a little bit ago, just 6.8 points per game.
He's got his average.
He does.
Coach, take me out.
Don't mess it up now. Well, the good news, you can't take those points away from him.
That's exactly.
Tipton basketball, good look at money.
I had a problem to get my average.
Well, they had to let you get in first.
Well, that's exactly why I had a hard time getting my average.
Coach, give me some in. And nice steal. Back the other way. Layup good at the other end as Stuckey got into the passing lane. Second turnover now for the Blue Devils. Boy,
they have
how
some
about
quick,
Bethesda, though?
They have some quick hands, don't they? Oh,
They
here
do.
goes another steal. Oh!
They'll get it back. That is Swan in the corner. Here's a 3 on the way. Good. That'll be Maverick Conway. He has 5.
Boy, they're going to let him play a little bit because there was some bumping going on after that steal.
Good look here at Stuckey. Coming up on the 3-minute mark, it'll be Douglas with the basketball. Once again, Chapman. Chapman on the drive, gives it up now. The shot on the way by Douglas, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Grady Carpenter. Blue Devils back the other way, and they nearly turn it over. It's going to stay right here.
Here's the steal right here. Look at this. Nice little layup.
Boy, they got in the hand of the passing lane, denied the pass on that one. It was really a very good defensive play. Here's Jackson Money. So far, only 7 points for the Blue Devils here in this opening quarter. That shot's missed by Money. And here come the Patriots again, and a foul call the other way. It'll be on the floor, and that'll be on Swan. That's his second.
You know, Troy, the thing is, I think he thought he had the angle, but the angle that Stuckey took made that contact, and you're in the way and you're reaching, that's going to be on you. That foul will be called most of the time against you.
Bethesda coming with number 13, Jesse Gehrig. Looks like Connor Hussong in the ball game now for the Blue Devils. He wears number 20. We're about ready to see Jimmy Fancher.
And you know what? This is a great call by the official because that ball was ready to be played.
Yep.
Move on.
Yep, you cannot come in yet. Off the inbound, turnover by the Patriots, their third.
Chris Shields does a great job running the ball game as an official.
Nice pass underneath and a pushing foul. That'll go against Gehrig. Chris probably thinks we're following him around because we had him at Mount Vernon. Now we got him tonight here at Bethesda.
Well, I checked the schedule, made sure to.
Yeah. There you see number 5, Fancher, coming in the lineup now for the Patriots.
Quick.
Nice inbound. Layup good off the front of the rim by Money, his first 2. Lead down to 1. Here's Stuckey. Long range 3. Nothing but net for Luke Stuckey as 5. Boy, Stuckey didn't hesitate.
He must have been eating some Fruit Loops or something today. He's doing pretty well.
Here is Carpenter. Kicks out to Conway. Now near side, it'll be Money. Good defense here by Bethesda Christian, but a foul from behind. I believe they got Stuckey on that one. That'll be his first. Take a look at that inbound basket right here. Wasn't a whole lot there that Chapman could do. Nice inside pass. Shot no good. Here come the Patriots again. On the drive is Sam Milligan, and the official near side will call the charging foul against Sam Milligan, his first.
That time he got there and he got set. He was still moving. You could still move, but he was set in that position. Another good call. You know, I couldn't take charges. I can't take the hit.
No?
Not at 62, no.
Well, yeah.
I couldn't get back up.
Well, and you couldn't take many when you were a player.
I don't want to talk about it. I wasn't in the game.
Yeah. Ball tipped, stolen away. Bad pass that time by Carpenter. Third turnover by the Blue Devils.
You're really good at hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know why I work with you.
Here's a straightaway three, no good. Rebound by the Blue Devils. High to get it, Money. So we'll head back the other way with a 4-point lead now for the Patriots. Ball loose, turnover, number 4 now for the Blue Devils. Patriots set up in the half court. Here is Isaac Milligan. Gives it off to Fancher, back to Milligan, left side, 3 on the way, no good. Tip out by Gehrig, and it'll stay here.
He does that a lot.
Stuckey was the one who missed that 3 moments ago. Good look here at Chapman. Chapman may have taken that extra step, or we're going to get a foul first. We'll get a foul instead. I didn't see who he signaled that foul on. So coming into the lineup now for Bethesda, Colin Smith. He wears number 10. Fancher will inbound the basketball with 36.6 to go. By the way, that last foul was on Maverick Conway, just his first. Well, I tell you what, Bethesda holding Tipton to 9, a team, as we said, averaging 67 points per game. And we've got a timeout on the floor, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Hoosier Basketball Magazine. Believe it or not, in its 53rd year, it is out now. You can order today by going to HoosierBasketball-magazine.com or call them at 317-925-8200. You can always follow all the top players in high school and college basketball, both on the boys and girls and women and men's side. Thanks to Kip Wessner and Hoosier Basketball Magazine for their support of IndianaSRN. The only disappointing part is, we said it last night, we'll say it again today, you just didn't put Keith on the cover.
No, but SRN is in the book 4 times.
Good.
And very impressive. And check out our schedule on IndianaSRN.org. We didn't think Kip, good guy.
It's always a fun magazine to look at, so make sure you get it when you get an opportunity. 17 seconds. Fancher high to get that pass. Sam Milligan with the basketball. He drew 3 blue jerseys in the corner. Isaac Milligan for 3, no. Battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by, looked like number 3. That's Sam Milligan. So Tipton will have 6.5 seconds to get a shot off here. 6 is plenty of time to get the ball down the floor, but you see the
good pickup.
Patriots right there, and there's a turnover.
He turned the ball over because of the pressure, carried the ball.
Yeah, Fancher was coming over, and so was Sam Milligan.
See how fast he was to recover that?
Yep.
Okay, who's going to get the ball?
I have a feeling it might be Sam Milligan. This is Isaac on the drive, and he stepped out of bounds as time ran out, so Bethesda turns it over. Each team with 5 turnovers in that opening period of play. Bethesda leads it by 4.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Industrial Sales Associates. They've been an electromechanical component manufacturer's representative for Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Eastern Tennessee for many years. They say good luck to all the teams during this winter sports season. If you need more information, give them a call at 317-546-1900.
Rich and his crew, thank you so much for being part of us.
9 points by the Blue Devils after one. As we said, they're averaging 67 points per game, so they'll have a little bit of work to do, and they've gone into a zone now.
You know, there's a big difference home and away, and maybe the away legs are with you.
Here's a three on the way by Chapman. Good. Chapman hits his second three-pointer. He's having a heck of a night already.
And that would be one of my concerns if I was Bethesda. Do I still have legs from playing last night?
Yeah. Well, so far, so good. Blue Devils basketball from 14 off the glass. Grady Carpenter gets his first two.
And that ball was touched a little bit, Troy.
He averages 17, just over 17 points per game. Lead back to 5. Here's a three the other way. That's missed as Douglas couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, and then I believe he stepped out of bounds. Malagan. That's Isaac Malagan. That is turnover number 6.
Our Aspen Creek Grill question coming up in just a couple of seconds.
Are we eligible to win a?
No, we are not.
Not even a little bit?
You ask that every night.
Like I said last night, I'm still waiting for my bonus. Here is a 15-footer on the way, no good by Swan, and we've got a rebounding foul. Looks like it may go against Sam Malagan.
Today's question, you ready?
I'm ready.
In what year did the game called the Miracle on Ice take place? 1980, 1984, 1976, 1988. We'll tell you how you can win right after this.
Backdoor cut, bounce pass inside. We have a jump ball, and a possession error will stay here with the Blue Devils. So that means they get a turnover as well, number 6. I can tell you right now, and I won't tell you the answer, but that year that happened was the year I graduated from high school.
Okay.
Inbound, turnover, Blue Devils. Back the other way. Blocked shot at the other end. Douglas has his shot blocked. So here come the Blue Devils once again. On the drive in the ball game now, Sam Quigley. He wears number 5 for Tipton. And we've got a whistle and a traveling call. The Blue Devils have now turned it over 8 times.
So here's how you can win. If you know the answer, and I'll give you the question once again. If you know the answer, tweet the answer to @IndianaSRN. We collect all the winners, draw, and if you get drawn, you get a $20 gift card from Aspen Creek Grill. The question again, in what year did the game called the Miracle on Ice take place? 1980, 1984, 1976, or 1988?
We'll take a timeout. 5-point lead for Bethesda.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. If you feel like treating someone special to a delicious meal, hint, hint, go to Aspen Creek Grill. Next time you come in for dinner, get a gift card, share with some of your friends, hint, hint again. Aspen Creek Grill, great food. Try the powwow shrimp. They're located in Noblesville. Thank you to Aspen Creek Grill. After that timeout, a 5-point lead. Blue Devils stay in that extended 2-3 zone.
You know, I would think they're content to let them play in that zone if they have this lead, because I think this is exactly what they want to do, is just hold the ball and draw. Because I think they think they're faster. Well, I know they're a little bit faster than Tipton off the dribble.
Well, you see out front, Stuckey along with Sam Malagan. Those guys can shoot it from there, so you got to make sure you extend the guards out. Well, the one thing, too, I'm impressed already with Bethesda's defense from a standpoint. You forced 8 turnovers already, and you've held Tipton just 11 points so far.
What you don't want to do here, you held this ball this long, and then you take the quick 3. You know, you work this ball because you're running this clock because you want to get a good shot. Oh, get out of that corner.
Yeah, Isaac Milligan back to Sam for 3 off the front of the rim, and there's the one thing you didn't want to see happen. Here's Carpenter across the timeline. Drive baseline, Swan can't get the roll. Battle for the rebound. Put back with the left hand, no by Hussong. And it goes out of bounds, and we've got a foul call. They will get Isaac Milligan for his first. So far, Sam has 2. Nolan Swan has 2 on the other side. Gavin Hare is in the ball game now for Tipton. He wears number 4. It looks like Jackson Money may have come back in as well, number 23. Good look here at Carpenter. See, the Patriots are going to stay in the man-to-man. 4 shot on the way, no good by Carpenter, and they're 1 and done.
How about 3 white jerseys underneath the basket? Oh, he stepped on the end line.
Oh, man, an unforced error. Take a look at this block.
That's pretty clean. I'll give him.
That was Grady Carpenter.
You know, there's so much room in this gymnasium, and you practice in this gym, you would think you know where the line, and I'm not trying to knock the kid, you would just think you would know the line, where the line is.
Exactly. Here's a 3 straightaway Carpenter. That rims in and out. And the rebound, Douglas. So Tipton unable, by the way, they're a pretty decent rebounding team. They just can't get any offensive boards here tonight.
And they are just brutally cold from the field. But no one's really lighting it up tonight either.
Yeah. Well, they have not played since December the 28th. So they've had a little bit of a layoff.
Come get the ball. You got to come get the ball.
Yeah, Chapman trapped there on the sideline. Here is another turnover. That'll be number 8 now. Each team with 8. Ball loose on the floor, goes out of bounds. Will stay here.
Well, one team played last night. One team hasn't played since December.
Yep.
And it seems like it's one of those games.
It is. It is.
So I'm going to say the team that scores 35 will probably win this game. The first team that goes to 35 will win this
35.
game.
All right. Mark it down. He made that comment at 3:36 second quarter. Blue Devils basketball. In the lane, left hand shot on the way, no good by Hussong, and we'll go back the other way again. They've been 1 and done for the majority of this first half. Chapman gets rid of the basketball, and a near steal there by Swan. Milligan will get it out to Stuckey. That was Isaac Milligan, and what do we have here? We may have a timeout, and I believe we will. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Want to remind you that Ref Reps is designed in partnership with numerous state high school associations, helping officials to hone their skills and promote unity in the officiating world. Ref Reps is for the new official as well as the seasoned veteran. Contact refreps.com, and there you see the Patriots in their huddle.
Yeah, you know, now that Tipton has put a little bit of pressure on them, I think now what you have to do is find your shooter, and you got to set some screens, off screens, maybe go backdoor, but you need to be aware if you're going to get trapped like that you have the advantage. You just got to move the ball.
By the way, Jamison Chapman, 9 points here for the Patriots in the first half. 5 points by Stuckey, and on the other side, Maverick Conway with 5, but so far, Carpenter with 2, and we haven't seen a whole lot out of Jackson Money. He has 2, but Nolan Swan has not scored here tonight. Garrick playing that high post. They'll get it back now to Chapman and reset it out front. Boy, good guard combination out front. They're doing a nice job reversing it back and forth. Here's a 3 on the way. That's going to be Stuckey. He now has 8.
Well, that's the first time in about a minute and a half that we've had a score. So,
and it's been a while since Tipton has scored. They only have 2 points in this entire quarter. This is Carpenter to the baseline. Perhaps that long layoff really taking its toll so far. Here's Carpenter. Nice pass underneath. A block shot. No, they're going to say a foul, I believe, on Chapman. And that's going to put Swan to the line. Again, he has not scored here tonight. Chapman picks up his second. Swan, the 6'1 junior, averaging 17.5 points per game, and there's his first point. It came at 2:05 of period 2.
Here's the replay. He got up.
Yeah. We mentioned Swan and Carpenter both averaging just over 17 per game. They have a combined 4 here in the first half.
That surprised you?
It does.
Yeah.
But they're still in it, only down by 6. There's another turnover. That's number 9.
That's a real long pass.
Here's a 3 from the left wing. That's going to be missed by Money. And another one and done there for the Blue Devils. Here's Douglas. Nice pass underneath. The kick out in the corner. Stuckey for 3 again. Stuckey, his third 3 here in the first half.
And again, he was calling for the ball right when that ball was swung to the other side.
Patriots looking for their 9th win of the year. Swan can't find any room. He'll get it to Money for 3, and they miss another one. Lead pass will find Douglas. Cross-court pass and set it up. Here is a drive, and the basket is good by Isaac Milligan, and he'll go to the line.
And I know we got a replay on this, and one of the things I like about what Isaac did, he felt the contact, and he continued to shoot the basketball. Many guys will just stop. Look at this right there. That's just strength. Guarantee you he's in the weight room during the summer.
If that foul, and I think it was Nolan Swan, we'll check this, but if it was, that's number 3 on him. Because he is, at least from what I can tell, out of the ball game, and the free throws missed by Isaac Milligan.
And yes, it was Nolan Swan.
Your leading scorer out now with 2 points and 3 fouls. Lead is at 11. That's the biggest lead of the night. Maverick Conway with the basketball near side. Money. Money gets the screen, pulls up from 17, missed it again, and the rebound there is Gehrig. Patriots, will they play for one right here?
The old coach in me would hold this shot for the last second, but there's a foul right away.
Yeah, they got too much hands on that one. Money picks up the foul. I know they had that 2-guard system out front, and they're really pushing or trying to push the Patriots out away from the three-point line, but boy, don't get your hands out there.
Yep.
It'll get you every time. Ball be taken out on the near side. Next, each team will be in the 1 and bonus on the next foul for Tipton. And they're in no hurry to bring it across the timeline. You know, Sam Milligan talked about leading scorers. He averages 17. He has only 2. So the supporting cast for each team picking up the slack here in this one.
And if you're a coaching staff, you like to hear that.
And a big bucket by Douglas. That'll be another 3 for the Patriots. And they've ballooned the lead to 14. This is Carpenter with the basketball.
Don't foul.
Yep, there's a 3 on the way off the mark, and nothing on the rebound as far as a foul. And how about Bethesda holding Tipton to just 4 points in that second quarter? That's a huge, huge win there for Bethesda. And I mentioned Tipton averaging nearly 67 points per game. They got a long way to go to get there.
Oh, yeah.
At halftime, Bethesda Christian leading at 27-13.
Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
We can't have NBA basketball without the ball itself. So today we are going to go balls deep into the history of the ball, starting all the way back to the game's inception. Let's begin the animated timeline. The game of basketball was invented in the year 1891. Dr. James Naismith was its creator. Now, the game back then was much different than it is today. I'll save the evolution of the game itself for a later video. This video's topic is the balls. And the ball in 1891 was, well, a soccer ball. Now, soccer balls themselves were built a little different than they are today, but the important takeaway is that this ball actually wasn't used for dribbling. Dribbling wasn't a concept for basketball until 1897. As the game became more popular and grew, the ball had no business being a soccer ball. So in 1894, Dr. James Naismith reached out to A.G. Spalding to invent the first basketball ball. Spalding at the time was famous for making American footballs and Major League Baseball gloves. And you can totally see the inspiration of the design, as this ball is laced up at the center like a football. Fun fact about this ball specifically, to celebrate its 125th anniversary, Spalding remade the ball in 2019 around the same time as the Raptors-Warriors finals. As the years went on, basketball got so popular it was able to have its own league formed around the sport. And in 1937, the NBL, or National Basketball League, was formed in the United States, and they needed their own NBL ball. This ball was no longer built like a pigskin football, as the laces are removed for optimal dribbling. The NBA, National Basketball Association, was founded in 1946, but it wasn't till around 1950 when the game got a much upgraded ball. The game got so popular that it started bringing attention of many new fans showing up to watch the games. Keeping up with, spectating, and watching the pace of the game as a fan was difficult, as the brown ball color was hard to keep up with rapid court movement on the brown floor. So around 1950, the ball was remade into an orange ball. The orange ball was much more flashy and visually appealing to fans, as they can easily see it dart around the court. Decades later, the game ball kept evolving. Around 1971, the NBA changed the design of the ball from 4 leather panels to 8 leather panels. Having 8 leather panels instead of 4 allowed for a much better grip on the ball itself for better dribbling techniques. And 1 year later, in 1972, the first synthetic leather ball was made, which made producing the ball much cheaper. And now we bring you the iconic NBA ball that many of you know and love, the 1984 Spalding Larry O'Brien official Spalding ball. To quote Heritage Auctions, Wilson had the NBA contract to produce basketballs, which ended following the '83 finals. Also moving out of the office of commissioner was Larry O'Brien. Eventually, Spalding picked up the contract and David Stern assumed the role as top man on February 1st, 1984. This ball is the ball of choice that many fans around the world prefer while playing basketball. Moving on to a slight adaptation of this ball was that failure of a ball in 2006. This 06 ball was made out of cross-traction microfiber, but the ball only lasted for the beginning of the season, as many players complained that it roughed up their fingers, skin, and was overall a terrible ball. The ball was quickly discontinued, and the NBA went back to the classic leather ball. Going forward in the future, coming up for the 2021-2022 NBA season, Wilson will replace Spalding as the official NBA basketball. Now, the leather used for the balls themselves will still come from the same provider, so they won't physically feel any much different. Also, the balls will keep their 8-panel configuration and performance specifics as the ball that is currently used, so it's pretty much the same game with a different name.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I'm seeing mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAFoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Back here on SRN Saturday night, high school basketball right here on IndianaSRN. Do we want to do the answer now for a trivia question?
Oh, we can't give the answer.
Oh, you can't?
If we give the answer, then everybody would know it.
Well, I thought you already picked one.
No, I have not.
All right.
But we want to say hi to Robert Wilhelm and Matthew Crunch, who is listening to tonight's game. But here's the trivia question. If you know the right answer, type in the right answer, tweet it at IndianaSRN. We gather all the right answers, pull it in the hat, and we'll do that tomorrow morning. Okay. And you'll get a gift certificate for Aspen Creek Grill. Here we go. In what year did Troy Derigowski, oh, no, that's the wrong one. In what year did the game called The Miracle on Ice take place? 1980, 1984, 1976, and 1988. I feel so old because our producer said I wasn't around.
No.
He's got to watch this game.
Yeah.
Do you believe in miracles? By the way, it was a hockey game, which we just made reference to, but USA beat Russia at USSR.
And who was the announcer who called that?
Michaels. Al Michaels.
Yeah.
Made him famous. And he even said, when he said, do you believe in miracles, it just came off the top of his head.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
And now he's retired from football.
Well, you got to retire sometime.
Yes.
By the way, first half scoring, let's start with the Tipton Blue Devils. 5 points for Conaway, 2 points for Carpenter, Swan with 2, Spidell with 2, and Jackson Money with 2. For Bethesda, they were led by Luke Stuckey with 11, Jamison Chapman with 9, Luke Douglas with 3, Isaac and Sam Malagan each with 2. By the way, Sam Malagan has 2 fouls, Chapman with 2 fouls, and then Nolan Swan has 3 fouls for Tipton. He's going to have to be really careful in the second half.
Now, Troy, sometimes you have your mindset is, we got this one. What you have to do is you got to finish this game. 14 points can go very quickly with a 3-point basket. So you got to tell your kids, look, we got to play strong the first 5 minutes of this game, of this quarter, and the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter to make sure that we put this thing away.
By the way, Tipton, as we said, they only scored 9 in the opening period. They only scored 4 points in that second quarter. I would imagine if you looked at all the games they played, they've scored 75, 83, 75, 83, 74. They aren't used to being held to 13 points at halftime.
No. And there is I'm sure there was awakening in their locker room.
Yeah. Good thing the band was playing. We wouldn't hear some of the things that were shouted, I'm sure. It'll be Patriot basketball. Good look at Douglas. By the way, Tipton 8 turnovers in the first half. Bethesda Christian had 9. Nice backdoor cut. Ball stripped out of the hands of Stuckey. They'll keep it. Here's Chapman. Can't find the opening. Once he picks up the dribble, he's able to give it up now to Stuckey. I like this. Nothing was there. They didn't hurry it. Bring it back, set it up again.
Yeah, Chad Smith is on that coaching staff of Bethesda. He does a great job helping with this program.
Here's your baseline shot on the way. Good. That'll be a 3-point bucket. Looked like Douglas is the one who made that one. That's going to be a second 3. He has 6. Boy, that lead is all of a sudden to 17 points.
Yes, sir.
Here is Swan. Baseline shot.
Man, they just cannot buy a basket.
Yeah, it is cold tonight for Tipton. Good look here at Sam Milligan. Here's Stuckey once again.
I like this control. I'm going to be very patient. Travel. Jump ball.
Nope, got a jump ball, and the Patriots will lose the possession arrow, so that's 10 turnovers now for the Patriots. Well, and now they have, with a 17-point lead, you can run a lot of time off the clock here in each possession. And let's see if they will do that. Entry pass will find Carpenter.
Oh.
Opposite side, easy layup by Spidell. He has 4.
Spidell got loose. No one picked him up. That looks like the first play of the game.
It did. So now it'll be Patriots basketball. That shot's off the mark by Sam Milligan. He remains a little bit cold tonight. Back the other way is Money. Money off the glass, good. 4 straight now for the Blue Devils.
Getting in a little rhythm here.
This is Isaac Milligan. Well, they can use Douglas, they can use Isaac and Sam Milligan out there. You'll see Stuckey out there. They've got all kinds of interchangeable parts for this Patriot basketball team. Foul will be called.
Almost reminds you of a transformer.
Looks like that's going to be on Maverick Conway, his second. Well, it's got to cause a lot of issues for opposing defenses because you've got 5 guys out there that can do so many different things. Good ball movement again as they're patient. This will be Sam Milligan.
They all know their roles, Troy.
Yeah, and the cutter down the lane, if it's not there, they just go on through and make something happen, but they have turned it over now 11 times. Got to be careful of the basketball. Lead is down to 13 now. And on the other side for the Blue Devils, they just want to take it one at a time. Here is Conaway. Conaway gets it back. 3-pointer short. Offensive rebound. Put back. No.
Oh, frustration.
Boy, that was Spidell unable to get the chip shot. Stuckey receives the basketball. They nearly threw it away again as Isaac Milligan was looking for Stuckey out front. Good look at Chapman once again. The cutter in the lane is Stuckey.
Got away with a double dribble.
Chapman, strong drive and a foul by the underneath official. It may be Money on the foul. We're going to shoot 2. I think they ended up, did they get Money or was it Spidell? They will say it's 21.
Yes.
Yeah, so Spidell picks up the foul, and here is Jamison Chapman. Second time to the line. He is now 1 for 2.
Yeah, got him with a little bit of the body.
You know, I like the gym, too, the red zone down here where all the students can stand there and wreak havoc on the opposing team.
I will tell you that Andy Ferguson and this administration has done a great job of brightening up this gymnasium, making it welcome. And, you know, we're part of that family, and we're so excited about being part of that. Nice give and go.
Boy, nice cut to the basket, and that's going to be, is that Money again?
Spidell.
You know, Spidell's going to get the bucket, so he has 6. Ball knocked out of bounds.
And I do like the red zone, and it's very intimidating when you walk into the gymnasium.
Well, that's kind of why you like the home court advantage, when you can make the other team come in and know they're going to be in for a battle. Well, the one thing Bethesda Christian knows right now, I'm not going to tell them anything they don't already know, they got to cut down on those turnovers a little bit. 11 turnovers now for the Patriots. Here's Sam Malagan. Want to get him going offensively. Pull-up jumper, baseline, good. He has 4.
Boy, if he gets warm.
Each team with only 6 points in this third quarter so far. Conaway with the basketball, the kick out, the drive with the right hand scoop, yes. Nolan Swan now has 4. That's his first basket of the ball game. He got his first point at 2:05 of the second, his first basket at 3:11 of the third. Well, they're slowly, speaking of the Blue Devils, chipping away at that deficit, is now down to 12. This is Sam Malagan looking for the high screen from Chapman. Now picks up his dribble and will work it back out front. Sam with the basketball has 4 points here tonight. And we've got, I believe, a foul call against Carpenter. That'll be his first. Carpenter, by the way, is a 6'5" sophomore. Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of good young players around the state of Indiana this year. And we've got a 30-second timeout called by Bethesda. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. It's a new spot for breakfast or lunch. They're open Wednesday through Sunday. You can try their classic breakfast, also their sweet baked goods, which I'm sure you have. Located in Lawrence, Coach recommends the Sloppy Joes, but you can't just get the Sloppy Joes at Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. You got to get the Sloppy Joes with extra pickles.
Yes.
Does that make it different?
And ketchup on your potato chips.
Check out Tam's at 6427 Oaklandon Road if you need information on their carryout. And don't ask me who puts ketchup on their potato chips. 317-760-1640.
I will tell you this. When you walk in my house tonight, you will smell chili. Debbie made some chili. Going to make chili for Sunday. I'll have ketchup in my chili.
That's going to be a violation on the sideline. Turnover by the Patriots. That's number 12.
Really have a hard time with the pressure.
Well, they've had some unforced errors. I mean, that one right there, really, I do think he just pretty much stepped over the line. You got to be very careful there, but those 12 turnovers, will it cost them? Still a 12-point lead. The backdoor cut to Money. They are able to hold on to the basketball, and then Conaway shoots it and misses. Rebound Douglas. Patriots haven't been able to get up and down the floor like they did early in this one. Coming up on that 2-minute mark, that's Sam Malagan. Putting a setup right here. You see the head coach on the sideline there for Bethesda Christian trying to get a little spacing here. Douglas is going to be called for the offensive foul, I do believe. Or did they say he just went out of bounds?
I think he carried the basketball.
All right, so it's going to be the 13th turnover now for the Patriots. They're leaving the door open here for Tipton, but Tipton just can't get much offense. Only 8 points in this quarter. Here's the drive by Swan, the kick out. Here's another three by Conaway, good. His second three-pointer, he has 8. He leads Tipton in scoring.
9.
Amazing that they only have 24 points thus far. As we're coming up on 1 minute. Chapman with a basketball at the left elbow.
I'm sorry, if you're keeping score at home, that's his 8th.
The drive, the kick out. Here's Douglas for 3. He can't get it to go.
The lead is 9.
Back the other way. The spin with a basketball, and I believe we have a traveling call against Carpenter. That'll be their 9th turnover. By the way, for the Patriots, they had 13 points in the first, 14 in the second, only 6 in the third. The cold temperatures
could that be
have
the
got
legs?
to them.
Could it be the legs that they did play last night?
It could be. Hard to figure out teenagers sometimes.
Boy, you got that right.
Ball tip in the backcourt, though Carpenter said, I didn't touch it, should have been over and back, but the official right there to make the call. There's a steal. Back the other way with the left hand. Good. Swan, just his second basket. He has 6, and all of a sudden the lead down to 7. 14 turnovers now by Bethesda. They were about ready to blow this one wide open, and now Tipton right back in the ballgame. Douglas, the entry pass now to Chapman. Chapman, the kick out in the corner. The shot on the way, and I believe we got a foul on the shot, and we do. It's going to be a 3-point attempt as Landon Spidell will pick up the foul. This is big right here for the Patriots. And it'll be 3 shots.
And there should be no one on the line here because there was no time left on the clock, and the horn sounded.
So Isaac Malagan.
Oh, they're putting 3/10.
Well, there's not much. You can't do much, if anything, with 3/10 of a second.
Because it has to be tipped.
Yeah. And even if Tipton were able to get something, it's going to be 3 shots no matter what. Even if they were to get it, there ain't much they can do with it. By the way, Isaac 0 for 1 from the line.
And you're freezing my shooter.
Yeah. Boy, Spidell probably looks back at that and is like, challenge the shot, but don't go into the shooter. Just make him shoot over you if he hits that shot. I mean, again, we talked about it before. Just to, hey, congratulations, you made a great shot.
Boy, these are big, big, big free throws.
They are. As it was 7, all the momentum in the direction of the Blue Devils, but he makes all 3, and then it's a 10-point lead. And once they inbound, it's over. Bethesda with a 10-point lead as we head to the 4th.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Pat Cherry Insurance Agency. We suggest you contact his team for all your insurance needs, whether it's family, car, business, or home. They're an insurance company to serve you. Contact them today at 317-894-7000.
Thursday, as we'll watch this replay, and still Thursday night is ladies' night at IndianaSRN. The City Alliance semifinals live from Cathedral High School. 6 and 7:30 start on Thursday night. Check it out on IndianaSRN. Check out our schedule everywhere, IndianaSRN.org.
Drive the handoff to Gehrig, who's back in the ball game now. Gehrig entering the lineup along with Fancher. Fancher wears number 5 there for the Patriots.
They really didn't even look at the basket there.
Well, there's a drive. That almost looked like that Conaway got all ball right there, but the official says he got a piece of him, so Conaway picks up his 3rd, and that's going to put Chapman at the line for 2.
This is probably where you're going to make up the difference here, because you're not shooting free throws very well. Field goals.
No, it's all their points now coming from the free throw line. Their last 4. Taking a look at it right here. I thought he got a lot of ball right there.
Yeah, he might have got pushed a little bit.
Into the lineup now, Luke Stuckey once again for the Patriots. 11 points at halftime for Stuckey. Did not score in the 3rd. He, along with Chapman, each with 11. Now Chapman leads the team in scoring with 12. And they've made 5 straight free throws. And in the second half, 6 of their 11 points have been from the line. So, boy, just the opposite of what we saw in the first half. As Swan will drive, and another whistle outside the call made. And I think they got Stuckey, or is it Chapman? No, it's going to be Chapman. His 3rd.
Chapman's in foul trouble right now.
He is. He's got 3. On the other side, though, Nolan Swan had 3 early. He played in that 4th, or should say 3rd quarter, without getting a foul. The inbound to Money, he lays it in.
He's got 6 on the night, unofficially.
Conaway 3, and Swan with 3 fouls for Tipton. 4th quarter on this SRN Saturday night. 3-pointer good by Sam Milligan. His 1st of the night. Big bucket now for Sam. Leads the team in scoring at 17.5 points per game. Here's a drive by Carpenter, and off the glass, no, and we've got another whistle. And it looks like it may be Isaac Milligan. And it is his 2nd. Here's Carpenter averaging 17 per game. He just could not get it going early, has just 2 points. By the way, Tipton, their lowest scoring game this year has been 55 points. That was the loss, or I take that back, 48 points when they lost to Western back on December the 28th. And their second one was the loss at Maconaquah, and they scored 55. Both free throws good by Carpenter.
Only 4 points on the night.
Yeah, he's 13 under his average. Swan, who has 6 points, he's 11 points under his average. Sam Milligan down on the low post. Chapman gets trapped, forces up the shot, missed it. Battle for the loose basketball. It'll be Swan. Good look at Money. Good ball movement near side. Swan, no. Battle for the rebound, and it'll be Sam Milligan. Milligan, nice hesitation. The drive and a blocking foul call on the pass. And looks like they'll get Carpenter. Nope, they're going to say Swan instead. That's going to be number 4.
Boy, didn't set his feet. Smart move by Milligan.
That's a big foul. The entry pass. Nice roll. Chapman able to get it in.
He's got 14 on the night. And he only averages, what, 4 points a game? 5 points a game?
6.8.
6.8.
Chapman 14 is mentioned. Stuckey 11. Lead back to 13. This shot from the left wing, or the right wing, excuse me, by Conaway, no good. They're able to get it back. Here's Carpenter. Feeds underneath. Ball is knocked out of bounds. They try to get it to Spidell. Good crowd here tonight. In fact, the bleachers pretty much full everywhere we're looking as the turnaround shot no good by Money. Well, you have to feel good. There's a nice crossover by Malagan, but he loses the basketball. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover by the Patriots, number 15.
Did he just dribble that off his shoe?
I think he did.
Wow.
Back in the lineup.
Sometimes you just shake your head.
Well, if you play faster than you want to, you see things like that happen.
You're right.
Bethesda making more changes. That's Fancher returning to the lineup. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout before we go any further right here. I think it might have been Tipton got the timeout, 30-second timeout. Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Jack's Donuts. Of course, you know by now you can get great donuts served fresh every day. They get great tasting coffee. Jack's Donuts at 9105 East 56th Street. Or if you can find a Jack's in your neighborhood, stop by tomorrow morning before you head to church, get some donuts. Jack's Donuts, the official donut of IndianaSRN.
You know, I think I got to bring donuts one day.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. One night I'm working, nobody else is in the building. Those late hours, the office stays late.
You stay open late when you're here working, and
I worked really hard today.
Well, I know Chuck is like me, and as I've said before, we're still waiting to
get your bonus.
Get our bonus.
Yeah, it's
Christmas,
coming.
Yeah,
next week.
What I heard.
Yep.
In the corner, three-pointer by Hussong, no good, and we've got a rebounding foul against Tipton.
That's Carpenter. He climbed the back.
That'll be number 2 now on Carpenter.
Hey, while we have this time, we want to congratulate and tell Jarrett Lewis. Jarrett is leaving IndianaSRN, and he's in West Virginia. He's watching the game tonight. And Jarrett, we really appreciate what you've done for us here at IndianaSRN, the 2-3 years that you worked for us. And we appreciate everything that you've done for us. We wish you lots of success there in West Virginia as you're going to be a news guy on the radio side, and good guy.
One day you're in Indiana, the next day you're in West Virginia.
Yeah. Devin, I called him this morning on his way there, prayed for him, and Mama was in the car. Hope he bought Mama some breakfast today.
Here is Fancher at the line. I think they went to the table, and they did figure out that Tipton now is in with their 7th foul, so Bethesda in the bonus here. And this is Fancher at the line for the first time. Can't get the roll. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go over to Tipton.
You got to knock down your free throws in a game like this. I mean, there's plenty of time left here.
So what will the Blue Devils do here? Carpenter still looking for his first basket in the second half. Pull-up jumper in the lane, missed by Swan. Ball loose on the floor. It'll be Tipton basketball again. Now they're getting the loose ball. Here's another three. That's on the way and good. There's Carpenter.
Warming up. Was that a 3?
That was a 3.
So does he have 8?
He has 7.
7.
Now that defense picking up a little bit here for the Blue Devils, and I think they got Carpenter out front. That's his 3rd. Nope, they're going to say 23 Money instead. And that's going to put Chapman at the line. Chapman again leading the Patriots with 14 points tonight. Make it 15, averaging 7. He is now 5 of 6 from the free throw line. As you see Conaway back in. I wonder why my mom didn't name me something good like Maverick.
I thought Keith was a really good game.
You like Keith?
Yeah.
Second free throw is good. I don't know so many people named Keith, but there's a lot of people named Maverick.
Yeah, that's true.
45-33, lead back to 12. Coming up on the halfway point of the fourth quarter, the miss by Carpenter, and there's a big rebound by Sam Milligan. Baseball pass down the floor. He'll find Chapman for the easy two. What a great play by Sam Milligan.
They don't have football at Bethesda, but he could be my quarterback.
He could be. 18 now by Chapman. Trap on the sideline, and there's another turnover by Tipton. Back the other way, Isaac Milligan has it blocked by Carpenter. Quickly up the floor. Here's another three on the way. No good by Conaway, and a rebounding foul will go against Carpenter, his third.
Frustration is now setting in. Look at this. I mean, please answer my prayer.
Tipton in the double digits in turnovers, 10. We mentioned Bethesda Christian, 15 turnovers tonight, and this is Isaac Milligan, 3 of 4 from the line. One away now for Bethesda to go to the double bonus. Well, they're going to win this thing if they do here in the second half via the free throw, because they've made 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've made 9 free throws in the second half.
This is Douglas on the free throw line.
It is Douglas, excuse me. Yeah, not Milligan. He misses the second.
I thought it was Milligan that got the foul.
I did too. Tipton basketball, and it'll go out of bounds. Douglas touched it last.
The official was out of bounds when it hit the official. That's why that ball went out of bounds very quickly. Another 30-second timeout by Tipton.
Hey, don't forget, if you like what you see here on IndianaSRN, let us know. You can email coach@IndianaSRN.org. If you'd like to help get more student athletes on the air, make sure you go to our website, IndianaSRN.org. You can hit the donate button on the screen. IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
I want to thank Andy Ferguson and his staff and the administration of Bethesda. Also want to thank the athletic director from Tipton and their administration as well. The first Saturday night, SRN Saturday night of the season, and what a great concept.
It is.
Love it.
Good way to finish out the weekend of high school basketball. All right, it'll be Blue Devils basketball. They trail it by 15. Shot in the lane by Carpenter's missed. There is Chapman with it, and they turn it over. 16 now. Three-pointer on the way. Good. That'll be money for 3. And it's down to 12.
They're picking up everywhere now.
Well, they're going to end up fouling a lot here in the last 3 minutes. If they don't, a lot of time's going to run off the clock. Douglas is going to go back to the free throw line. They will get money on the foul, his third. I still think it's amazing when you think about how many free throws Bethesda will end up shooting in this ball game. They only shot in the first half 2. They have shot 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in the second half.
Wow.
They got 1 of 2 that time. The lead back to 13, and they're close to holding a Blue Devil basketball team well under their average of nearly 67 per game. There's a turnover. Number 11 back the other way. Here's Chapman. Got the defender in the air, had his shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Patriots. We got to go back to something that Coach said in the first half. I know he marked it down that the first one to 35 would win this game. You very well could be right, because I'm not sure there's going to be enough time left, as Bethesda will call the timeout. I believe this is a full timeout. Bethesda leads it by 13. we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want. A reminder, after the game, the Piper Logistics Player of the Game. It could be Keith because he called it at 3:36 of the second quarter that the first team to 35 would win the game.
Yes.
And you're still undefeated.
Yes.
Well, you got to hang your hat on something these days, right?
Well, it keeps my head warm.
Pass inside intended for Malagan. That is now 17 turnovers. Back the other way. No on the shot. Money thought he got fouled. No whistle. This is Sam Malagan. They'll get it across the timeline. The shot from the corner. Good by Douglas. That may have been the dagger right there. Here's a long-range three by Carpenter. Missed that one. And another rebound, Sam Malagan. Outlet pass to Stuckey. And Stuckey wisely brings it back out. They're going to force Tipton to foul here. This is Chapman baseline. And a little floater, no, by Isaac Malagan. Here we go the other way. Here's Carpenter in the lane. The kick out, the three, no good by Swan. They'll get it back. Carpenter, another three. He can't get it to go, and they've gone cold at the wrong time. Down to a minute and 23 seconds to go. Douglas able to get it across the timeline. It appears that Bethesda is going to go to 9-1. A shot missed there by Chapman. Chapman gets the rebound. Right now, I'm saying you're not shooting it again.
Yeah, hold the ball.
Unless it's from 15 and it's called a free throw. Now, Tipton right now, they're kind of tired trying to chase. A lot of contact there, but picked up by Malagan. We will be naming the Piper Logistics Player of the Game when we are done. No need to foul here if you're Tipton because there really isn't much you can do, but they do foul anyway. And who will they get? It'll be Carpenter. He just picked up his fourth. Well, it just wasn't Tipton's night when you consider Brady Carpenter. Brady Carpenter finished with 7 if they finished this one at this point, so he was 10 under his average. Free throw missed by Isaac Malagan. He'll get another one. And then you look at Nolan Swan. He got those early fouls. He only has 6 points tonight. That is 11 and a half under his average. And Tipton will now empty their bench.
You know, back-to-back nights, and you know this as well as I do, back-to-back nights are tough.
Yeah.
And Bethesda, tough game last night, and, you know, this game they had to play up to this 33, this fourth quarter.
Second free throw on the way and good. 17 free throws shot by the Patriots. And they end up with 14 of those in the second half.
Will we see this team long into the 1A tournament?
Well, they did have 17 turnovers, and that would be a little bit of a concern as the ball goes out of bounds. But I think if they can get back into the swing of things here.
Under 10?
Yeah.
Or at 10
at 10 or under,
yep.
Yeah. Because they're only averaging 11.8 per game.
Yeah,
so
I can live with that.
Yeah. Tipton the cause of a few of those turnovers as well. Turnaround jumper good as Sam Quigley gets on the board there for the Blue Devils. And they'll let time run out right here. And Bethesda, they will walk away with the win here tonight. They survived a run by Tipton and held the Blue Devils to just 36 points, 30 points under their average. And, Coach, it's now time to name the Piper Logistics Player of the Game.
And there he is right there, number 22, Jamison Chapman, ended up the game with 18 points. Job well done, my friend. And thanks to Piper Logistics for being an underwriter sponsor for our broadcast. Great job all the way around for the Bethesda Patriots, and you'll see more of Bethesda on the network this year right here on Indiana SRN.
By the way, Chapman had 9 of his 18 points in the second half, 9 in the first half, but Luke Stuckey had 11 points, really kept them alive in that first half. They held, by the way, the Blue Devils to 9 in the opening period and just 4 points in that second quarter, so it was really big to get that halftime lead as well.
Check us out on Thursday night, the city semifinals in girls basketball, ladies night live from Cathedral. Troy, thank you so much.
Thank you as well. It has been SRN Saturday night right here on Indiana SRN.